One question that people ask me a lot is, Prabhsimrat, you're just 15. How are you so confident? And that's one of the most interesting questions that I get because I was never this confident. The person you see me as today on this video isn't who I was 2 or 3 years ago. At that time, I was good at talking with people I knew and giving speeches that had every single word written down. All I was doing was memorizing some things and then coming out and blurting it all out. I was not very good at speaking through the heart, speaking as it came to me. And then also, I was not confident enough of connecting with new people, of going up and talking to strangers. And I know what you're thinking. Is this the same guy who was so shy, who was not so confident, and who could not even talk to strangers? And today he is sitting here talking to people on a camera. Well, yes, it is the same guy. I am the same person. And in this video, I am going to be sharing with you how I became more confident. That now I even able to talk to a camera lens when I was afraid to even talk to a stranger. And so let's begin with that. In this video, I will be sharing with you 8 tips on how you can become confident, and you can find the timestamps here for all of them so you can skip to whatever one that you find interesting. But I would recommend you watch the whole video so that you get the whole picture of how you can become your best self. Let's begin. The first thing that you can do to feel more confident is to change your physiological state. Whatever we feel in our body, we become that. And so, if your body language isn't right, if it isn't positive, you will naturally not feel confident. Just tell me how it feels when I talk to you like this. I am all slouched up like this. I'm looking somewhere and then I'm looking somewhere else and then I'm speaking to you. This is how you can become confident. Did you like this? You did not, right? Because I was not in a positive body language, and while I was doing this, while I was all slouched up, etc., I did not feel that confident inside myself. I did not feel that I was being me. But then now I instantly changed myself. From this position, I went into this position. My back is all straightened up. I am all open and wide. I have an open body language. I have a smile on my face. And I am also using my hands openly and freely. When I change my physiological state like this, it naturally changes how I'm feeling. Because going from this negative sense to this sudden positive sense completely changes how you're thinking and how you're feeling about yourself, and that helps you be confident. You all have heard this saying, right? Fake it till you make it. Well, that is where you can use this to become more confident. Even if you're not feeling it, right? Just change your physiological state, become more straightened up, become more assertive, and you will see how it changes. Bring a smile on your face, take a few deep breaths, and then just center yourself in this moment. And that is the second thing that you can do, that is centering yourself in the present moment. Here's one simple thing that I like to do. I just did this one simple thing. I took a deep breath in, then I released a deep breath. And that way, I just centered my attention on that breath as I was taking that, and that helped me become more in the present moment. And when you're in the present moment, you feel more in control of what is happening around you. And when you feel more in control, you naturally start feeling more confident. So, when you merge the physiological state with the breathing exercise and just centering yourself in the present moment, these two things will make you feel much more confident, as you'll be in control and your body will be in a position that exudes and reflects confidence. Now we'll move on to the second thing, and that is changing your mental state. We have handled the physical part, but what about the mental part, the thoughts that go on inside our brain? Well, let's discuss that right now. When you change your mental state, also the kind of confidence you have completely changes. Whatever we think of, we become. And so, if we constantly keep repeating positive thoughts, I am confident, I am assertive, I am a great speaker, I am a great communicator, when we constantly say these things with a smile and repeat them to ourselves consistently on a long term basis, we will start feeling more confident naturally. And one thing that I do is every time before I shoot a video, I repeat these affirmations to myself in my mind. I take that moment, I take a few deep breaths along with that, and I'm in the zone. I'm in the specific zone of making the video and talking to all of you, and then it helps me be more and more confident. And also, you can watch a detailed video on affirmations that I made by clicking up here. And so, this is how affirmation changing your mental state also helps you. And now, the next thing that comes along with the affirmations aspect is remembering your past successes. There have always been moments when we have succeeded in our life, right? Whether it was a small win or a big win. And when we constantly remind ourselves of that, we're able to get into the mental position that yes, we are capable, we are enough, and we are confident enough to do different things. And one of the achievements that I personally constantly remind myself of is becoming a published author. Whenever I don't feel myself in the zone, right? Whenever I feel my confidence going low and I feel that hesitation in myself that is this right? Should I speak this way? I said, Prabhsimrat, you have written a book, and that's a big thing. This means that you can also make this video, you can speak here, and you can crush it. And that is how I build my confidence. And so keep reminding yourself of your past successes, of the things that you were a winner at, and those will keep inspiring you to keep going forward. But it is not enough to just remain stuck in the past, right? We also have to look into the future, and that is where the fifth thing comes in, and that is having a future vision of where we want to go. When you define a vision for yourself and when you constantly surround yourself with it, right, the message that goes to your mind is that you are capable of doing that. What I have done is I have a vision board for myself in front of me, and every morning I take 15 minutes to look at that vision board and write every single thing I have on that. Through that, I'm constantly keeping my mind in touch with that vision. I'm constantly thinking about it. And what does constant thinking result in? Belief. And when we believe that we are capable of doing that, confidence naturally comes in this moment. That yes, I know I'll get to that vision that I have for the next 5, 10 years, which means that I'm capable of doing this one simple thing today. And these were the first 5 things you can do to become more confident. Now we'll be diving into something deeper. Let's do that. Till now, we have discussed some simple hacks that you can use to feel confident in the moment. But what about long term, unshakable self confidence? Because that is what all of our dreams is, right? To be that wonderful person, to have that charisma, to have that incredible personality that as soon as you walk into a room, people can see that confidence brimming from you. If you want that, then this section is for you where we will be discussing how you can build unshakable self confidence with a very simple three-piece approach: passion, patience, and persistence. Let's begin with the first one: passion. I'm sure you've heard this word a lot by now. Everybody's going crazy about passion. You should be passionate at the work you do. You should feel passionate so much that we are always talking about passion. But in this hype, we fail to understand what it really is. Passion is not that you're passionate about the outcome that you will get after you do something. Passion is that you feel passionate, you feel in love, you feel happy, you feel joyful, regardless of the kind of result you get. Let's take this simple example. If you want to write a book and you think, I will be that published author, I will earn millions in royalty, and that is why I'm writing a book, that by the time you get to the second chapter, right, you are going to give up. That is not a very simple process. You have to put in the hard work, you have to put in the grit. And if you're like, no, I don't like the writing part, I just want that part, you're going the wrong way. You cannot achieve success through that, and you will never feel confident through that. And if you're doing the kind of work you're not passionate about at all, forget about long term confidence. Because until and unless you don't feel in connection with the place you spend most of your time in, how can you expect yourself to be confident? You cannot, right? And so having that passion is very critical to becoming confident. That's the first P. So what is it that excites you? What is it that brings out the best in you? Find that, take action on that, and keep asking yourself, am I really doing this regardless of the result? And once you find that, then you'll have to move on the second thing, that is practice. And now this is the place where most people falter. Everybody has big dreams, right? Every year on New Year's, we discuss about our resolutions. We'll build this hobby, we'll do that, we'll do so much. After 3 weeks, everybody is gone. No one is back with those. And there are people who speak so much that, this is my dream, this is what I'll do, and all of that. But then they come up with excuses. But what if my partner doesn't allow me? What if my parents don't allow me? I don't think I'm capable enough. These are just excuses. You are capable of doing whatever you want to. You just don't have that confidence within you that you can actually get there. And where does that come from? From religious practice and religious indulgence in whatever your goal is. If you want to write a book, right? Don't just say that, okay, I'll write a book in air. Study the work of the authors that inspire you, because they would have put in decades to try and understand how to write a book, and you're literally getting a Bible. You're literally getting all of that in just one book. Tear it apart, break it down to the T, and understand what that author did. If you want to become the best salesman, go go on a shopping spree for 2 3 5 days. Don't buy anything, because then you'll say, I just emptied all of my bank account. Don't do that. I'm not saying that you have to buy things, but go there, understand how is that person selling, what are the tricks they are using, am I being convinced or not, is there any place that salesperson is faltering? When you decode things this way and continuously indulge in studying and practicing and learning the right way, you will get to that. Because you see, what happens is, we think that if I just do this, I'll get there. That is not how it works. You have to understand how other people have done it, and that is what will save you decades of hard work. And that is why practicing in the right direction also matters. If you say, I will learn acting, I will become the best actor in the world, and the person you're learning from is your uncle who doesn't even know acting, you will spend 10 years in practice, you will become the best actor in their eyes, and then when you go for an audition, the people who are judging will say, what is this? This is not even acting, please come back when you're ready. That is exactly what is going to happen. So don't just practice blindfolded. Practice in the right direction. Learn from the best people. And even if they are not the people you can contact with directly, learn from them on YouTube. That is what the internet is for, right? Watch their videos, read their work, see how they act, see how they speak. What is it that they speak? Understand that, indulge in that practice, and confidence will start rising in you. When you do that, right, this process will bring so much depth in your knowledge, in your base, that nothing can shake you, then no matter how hard of a challenge comes up. And then we move on to the third thing, that is persistence. What does persistence mean? In a simple word, it means faith. And that means having faith in your abilities, and that also links back to self confidence. When you understand that your passion is strong enough and that your practice is on the mark, your practice is exemplary, even if the results that you're wanting might be delayed, they will never be denied. Nobody can deny your destiny, and that is why you might face challenges in the way to get to that goal, but you have to keep acting with confidence, and that is where this persistence comes in. When you put in so much effort, when your passion and practice are very strong, right, you will be like the sun, exuding so many rays of confidence. And on earth, what happens is, when there are those clouds, right, they can block the sun for 1 2 3 4 even 5 days, but can they block it forever? No. And that will be the same with your passion, with your light. No matter how hard someone tries, your confidence, your base will be so strong that as you keep persisting, no one will be able to deny your destiny. No one will be able to stop those rays from coming in and shining on the world. This is how you will conquer the world. This is how you will conquer the goals. And this is exactly the method that you have to follow to become unshakably confident. And if you think that this is difficult, then I am here to tell you that yes, this is difficult. You cannot expect easy answers, you cannot expect easy solutions. You have to act, you have to act hard, and you have to keep going at it. And that is the only thing that separates the 5% from the 95% unsuccessful people. If you want to be in the 5%, go do this. If not, stay where you are. Be that unconfident person. The choice is yours. All of us have seen those optical illusion videos on the internet, right? They make our mind go bonkers. Well, that's something that we are going to do right now to become more confident. Don't worry, we aren't going to go into some shady optical illusions. We are just going to trick our mind into believing that we actually are confident by using a trait of confidence, and that is that confidence is domain specific, which means that you might feel confident in one area but not in another. Let me give you an example. Personally, I feel confident when I'm well prepared and when I have a live audience in front of me. And that is how I mostly spoke in my school assemblies and all. So that is something that I was used to. Now, when it came to speaking to a camera, everything changed. I was in a room, there was no live audience in front of me, and I was just looking into a lens. That didn't make me feel very confident. I did not feel that connect. And what I did was, I tricked my mind into believing that I'm actually speaking to a live audience. How? I thought I'm speaking into a camera right now, but when this video goes live, real people will be watching this, so I must speak in the same way. And so that is what I do. That is how I trick myself into believing that while I'm looking into that camera lens, I'm actually looking at a huge audience in front of me. And that is what you have to do. Whatever area you are confident at, use that and emulate it into other areas, and that is another way that you can become confident. And finally, the last step is to accept that each and every person is imperfect. No one is perfect in this world. Everybody makes mistakes because everybody is human. And so if we try to go very deep and say that, no, I have to be perfect in front of other people, I have to come across as my best, we will not become confident. We will constantly keep doubting ourselves, and our conscious mind will always keeps on doubting things. And so the best thing we can do is accept that it is okay to fail. We will mess up at times. What matters is not that we mess up, but that we grow from that, we improve from that. And when we accept that fact and become our original selves, when we become our authentic selves, we are able to exude the most confidence, and then the people will adjust, the world will adjust, because then you will just be yourself. These are the things that you can do to become confident, all these 8 things. That is what I did, and I can personally guarantee you that you will get results. Make notes of all of these points and implement them one by one. Start off by changing your physiological state, then work on building positive affirmations. Remember your past successes, center yourself in the present moment, have a long term vision, find what your passion is, practice that very deeply, become persistent, then emulate your confidence from one domain to another, and accept that everyone is imperfect and it is okay to make mistakes, and you will become a rock star. You will have unshakable confidence that you will take along with you each and every moment. Thank you for watching this video. Share it with all of your friends so that more and more people can start becoming confident, and comment below and tell me, how do you define confidence? What does confidence mean to you? What are you looking for? And let's engage and connect there. Also, rewatch this video as many times as you want, because there are a lot of practical tips that you can implement. Let's go and let's rock the world. Thank you.